Hello, and I'm Jill Chitty, and this is the Smarter LinkedIn show where today I am going to be showing you how to go from silence to conversations. So if you're busy posting content and you're getting no uptake, then this is the solution to that, because we have all experienced a decline in organic content over the last few years. And so we need to create another strategy that combats that. And whilst I'm not a component of content is the only way to get leads, it is certainly a really good way to get leads. So we're going to be looking at using AI and turning your likes and your comments into conversations in the DMs. And this year, I think I've probably only closed one sale over Zoom. Every other sale that I've closed has been in the DMs. So that's a whole nother strategy. And as LinkedIn grows and it's become a content creating platform, that means for you and I, there is more competition and more of a battle to stand out. So we have to do something differently. And LinkedIn rewards those who actively play. So we need to actively be looking for those people who are active on the platform. So it's time to do something different. It's time to make sure that you are keeping up in step with how the platform is changing and using AI in a really strategic and supportive way so that you can make sure that the level of leads that you're getting isn't dropping, so that it doesn't affect the rest of your life. So we need new ways of doing it, and this is it. The one thing I do need to caveat is increasingly I'm seeing with new clients that they're creating really good content. And that's one of the things I work on with them. So we know that we can get them to a place where they're actually creating some really good stuff. But what I've noticed is their network isn't engaged. So they've found a targeted network, but nobody is active enough on the platform to make a difference. So I want your focus the next rest of this year, and this is my focus too, is to seek people who are active on the platform, who are actively logging on every day and engaging in their content and the comments, but also in other people's comments. And they are commenting outside of the sphere of just their own little world. So that is kind of a supportive aside for what I'm going to be showing you in a minute. And let me just make sure I've got my comments. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So that's an aside, a sort of supportive development side to what we're doing. You want to be making sure that your network is full of active people, because what they will do is they will be the ambassadors for those people that you actually actively want to reach. They'll do the hard work for you. So when your ideal clients do come on board, they will see your content. So posting is great, but that alone won't get you leads these days. Gone are the days where once a week I could publish a post that just hit the mark. It would get 2 clients with 4K, and that, that was my business growing. But the real win comes when we merge 2 things. So when we have content that attracts, and we are actively speaking to people, building those relationships, building trust. So that's what we're going to do today. That's what I'm going to show you today, where we can take the content that we've got. And in fact, it doesn't just take the comments that we got, and it doesn't just rely on comments, because I know a lot of people are just getting a few likes and saying, well, what can I do with that? I'm going to show you what you can do with it. But also taking comments that and conversations that you're having with others on their content and other people's content. So I'm going to show you the big picture, and I'm going to share my screen. I've not done this before live, so I hope that it's going to work well. So my first screen that I'm going to go to is oh no, there we go, click the wrong one. Is just going to give you the overview of what this is going to look like. So I'm going to take one of my posts, and this is the summer. I have been sort of posting and disappearing a bit this summer, but I'm going to take my post. So this is the one that I'm going to use as an example, because it's only got 18 comments, which is about solely relying on content alone. So it's echoing what I've been saying. And I am going to pop this into ChatGPT with a prompt, and I'm going to ask it to create some DMs. And what we're calling it is a DM ladder for engagers. So we're taking a comment or a like, and we are sending a very short DM. Then we're going to send another one. So it's a DM ladder. So it's a series of DMs into their inbox. Then we're going to send another one that has a little bit more value. And then we're going to do a soft ask. And I used to be of the school that said, if you send one message, don't send another until they have responded. Otherwise, when they jump on and click into your messages, they will just see all of what appears to be spam. But these are really small micro messages that once you've sent them, and you can send them over a period of a couple of days, then when they receive them in the inbox, they don't look overwhelming. They're just short, sharp, little, small sentences. So that's what I'm going to show you. And I'm going to go through with you. I've got some stuff prepared already, but I'm going to go through with you step by step how to do this. And then I'm going to give you the opportunity to do it with me. Natasha, the screen is quite small. I'm a newbie to StreamYard. I've swapped over from Restream, so I'm really sorry if that's small. I will tell you what, I'll pick a bigger one next time where I am not involved. Okay, so I am going to share a wider screen just for you, Natasha, and I'm going to share my ChatGPT. Which one do I need? I've got several tabs. Let's share this one. Yeah. Okay, so this is my prompt, and it's basically saying act as a LinkedIn strategist, and I want you to craft some messages. And I've already got the messages and the post. I've already got my engagers, sorry, and my post ready to copy here. So what I'm doing is I'm copying the body of the post in, and then all of the people that have engaged on my post. And in fact, what I will do is I will go back to sharing my LinkedIn screen, because I just want to let you know actually what you need to focus on. So if we scroll through the comments here, and in fact, this is quite a good example because there are quite a few people in here that either haven't engaged before, so that's a really good opportunity to reach out, haven't engaged before, or haven't engaged for a while, and you can see that I always respond. And so what I'm doing is I'm copying their name and the headline and their actual comment. There are some previous clients here. There's some people that have consistently engaged, and there's some people that have come out of the woodwork. So that's really good that this is a good sort of balance of people that are engaging. So if I reshare my chat screen, I think I have to come back to this one. So if I reshare my chat screen, I'm not sure how I do, let's do this one. And I stopped sharing that one. There we go. And let's share this screen. So I'm going to, there we go. Thank you for your patience. It's all a bit new. So I've copied the post, the comments, along with each individual's name and headline. And honestly, once you get into a system with this, you can do it quite quickly. And if you look back at some of the lives that I've done, and certainly some of my newsletters, you will see a couple of really important things. And that is one, don't just take the advice of gurus. You know, I've been doing this for, cracky, how long? About 14 years now, 13, 14 years. And so I will do things probably in a different way than you do. I've tested a lot of stuff. We do micro experiments with clients now. And I can do that because I've done those experiments. So you want to go through and find your own way of doing it, find your way through it, and go through it analytically and test it. So that's one thing that you can do. Let's share this, shall we? Keep you waiting. And so as LinkedIn just populates, you can see that it has given me 3 sort of general headlines. So now I'm going to ask it 3 messages for each person listed. So I think I may well have missed off some of the prompt because it normally will do this straight away. So you can see here that I've now got a really clear idea of who I'm speaking to and 3 messages for each one. And if you can see, they are all slightly different. And this honestly will take you seconds. And the other thing I was going to say was, I do this on a Friday. So I plan my engagement, I schedule it, I know exactly what time my posts go out, 1 p.m. every day. And so I make sure that I'm around for that sort of 40 minutes, 20 minutes before, 20 minutes after to engage. But of course, now we're seeing that engagement is coming days after and even weeks after. So you don't necessarily need to hang around. LinkedIn just needs to see that you're active. So on a Friday, my job on a Friday, my first job on a Friday, is to collect all of my engagers. So that's people that have liked my content, people that have visited my profile, and people that have engaged in my content, plus those new connections, just following up, sending a welcome message, that kind of thing. Now, if somebody engages with my content every week, I'm not going to send them one of these DM ladders every week, because that would be spammy, wouldn't it? But what I am doing is maybe every couple of weeks, just sending a very personalized message. And the easiest way to do this is with Condo. Those of you that have listened or read any of my content will know that I am a huge advocate of Condo, and I'll show you that in a minute. So we've got all of these DMs that you can literally copy and paste. Now, here's the caveat. You know, whenever you use LinkedIn, you want to be making it your own. Now, there are things that you can do to make ChatGPT or whatever you use to speak in your voice. So I have a lot of that, but there's always stuff that it will sound a bit automated or AI-y. So you want to just go through. Thanks for adding your thoughts on my post, Cherie. So Cherie's been a past client. So I would say, hi, Han, how are things going? Thanks for the comment on the posts. And I probably wouldn't say, great how you framed up LinkedIn as having many functions. So let's do Sarah instead. Your manual versus automatic analogy was brilliant on my post. I love that perspective, and it really landed. So something like that would be a great message for me to send to Sarah. And then the next morning, and you can have all of this set out in a spreadsheet. And in fact, we've got spreadsheets for my clients that we do share. So that's the first one. It's very general. It's referencing the context out of which I am messaging. And go back to this. And then the second one is kind of segueing. So in your leadership work, so it will give Sarah the sense that I have looked at her profile, that I know what she's doing, and I tend to. I think it's only right to. So in your leadership work, do you find people naturally lean towards automatic habits, comfort zones, or instead choose the harder gears that build growth? So again, it's referencing what her comment was in context to my post. So I think that's a bit wordy. I would change that. Really, you kind of want a line. You don't want to be sending any more than a line. So I might say, so what's your focus at the moment? Or what are you finding? So it's not a bad line. What are you finding in your leadership work that people are leaning towards at the moment? And put some deeper context in there. And then verse 3, message 3 is, if you'd be up for a quick chat, I'd love to exchange ideas. Now, I would never start with, if you'd be up for a short chat. I would start with, if you'd love to exchange ideas, I'd be really happy to share a quick framework that I use for making LinkedIn feel less like a hard graft. And maybe say something like, just a skill swap, if you'd be happy, if you'd be up for a short chat. So you want to go through these, and the more that you do it, the more that you you just get used to DMs, and sometimes you'll get to the stage, or often you'll get to the stage where you don't even need ChatGPT. But what I find with this is it gives me a framework from which to do the work really quickly. And let me remove that, and there we go. Come back to me, and let me just share one more screen with you, because this is, if I get it, where is this? Is my favorite app at the moment, software, and you can see these are all the people that have signed up, and you can, it's an inbox that makes sense. You have snippets where you can write one message and it populates their name, it personalizes it, so you can send a lot of messages quickly. And if you see down this side here, there's all sorts of tags, reminders, and it just makes sense that LinkedIn is your getting leads, it makes sense to use something like this. So that, in a nutshell, is how to use comments. But of course, not everybody gets comments. So what do you do if you don't have comments? So you want to be using those likes, and you can create a standard template. And after you've input all of that and you've done your comments, you want to move on to your likes. And even people that have responded to your polls, I tend to do a poll a week. So anybody that has responded to your polls. And so again, go through all of this and kind of solidify it. And yeah, so there's things here that I would change. So super, super easy to get your head around. And I'll stop sharing that. And I want to make an offer to you, because where have I gone? I don't know if you guys can see me now. Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Every day's a school day. Hi. So I want to make an offer to you, because I have 5 spots open in the next 7 days, where I am going to walk 5 people through these likes to lead sprints. And what we'll do is we'll set this whole thing up. We will get 3 really good DM ladders for likes, and we'll have that whole process set up for you, and we'll actively do it together. It's over 60 minutes. Plus, we're going to look at how you can get more engagement on your content. So creating a plan. So for the rest of the year, you can have a content flywheel that you're continually improving. So we'll create some DM ladders for you. We will do it live together, so that you are actively sending out DMs, and I'm hand holding, and we're looking at your content. Plus, you will get my comment bank training to help you to utilize comments so much better in your engagement. So you then can increase the number of DMs that you're sending out, because you're having conversations, because sales only happen in conversations. And whilst you'll say, yeah, but they just liked my post, that's all they did. They haven't said that they're interested. But psychologically, we click on things that we're interested in. So you're starting to build relationships with people. And if somebody doesn't take up your offer of having conversations, of meeting, of segueing into talking about, well, this is how I've helped clients, then at best they're going to be an advocate, because the more that you message people, LinkedIn shows your content to them. So that's 249 for that 60 minutes. That will be jam-packed with us getting stuff done. And I know for a lot of you, sometimes getting over that hump and doing something like this for the first time and using Chat GPT effectively and quickly can unlock a door for you. So if that's for you, pop in the comments that you would like the link to the likes to leads, and I will get back to you straight away. It does need to be done within this week, or most of them do. So what are your actions moving forward? You want to make sure that you are utilizing people's likes and comments properly. Create that prompt that enables you to reach out to them and send multiple small but strategic messages. And remember, Condo is a great tool for doing that. I will put the link in the comments here. And also start looking for people to fill your network who are actively engaging on LinkedIn. Tons of love to you, and I'm always around after if you've got questions, and we'll see you with more next week on how traditional LinkedIn marketing can be radically improved by using AI. Take care. Bye.